Hello, and welcome to the latest edition of Cantata of the Week. My name is Annette Isserlis, and I played principal viola for John Eliot Gardiner's English Baroque Soloists in the wonderful Bach pilgrimage with the Monteverdi Choir in the year 2000. And it has been so well documented and praised to the skies, you don't need me to say anything else about it. On a personal note, though, I joined the English Baroque Soloists in 1980. The pilgrimage was in the year 2000, and we're in 2020 now. So I can honestly say that my performing career was bisected in the most extraordinary way by that year-long event, and I will forever be grateful for that. Well, before we go on to the cantata of today, I just wanted to say that we were playing, it was the last concert we did in an English church. In fact, it was a cathedral, Winchester Cathedral. And what I remember most about that day was that it was really, really cold in the cathedral. I mean, it always is, but being November, it was rather chilly, and it's such a vast edifice. And it did set me thinking that Bach's own musicians and his choir and he himself, they were probably similarly pretty cold and swaddled up against the November frosts. And they were probably in there with their candles, with the smell of candle wax, and hearing the noises on the cobbles on the street outside the church while they were performing, or rather, well, doing the service anyway. And somehow one's always looking for connections over the years with those musicians who were performing the same works that we were doing. And of course, we did end up doing an awful lot in Germany as well, and it felt very significant. You are about to hear the cantata BWV 139, Wohl, sich, seinen, Gott. Happy is he who can trust his God. The general message of the text here is that God is man's best friend in a world of sin and misfortune, and you will hear the word Freund repeated often during the cantata. As is often the case in his cantatas, Bach uses a hymn tune as the main material for the first and last movements. The tune in this case was written by Johann Hermann Schein, who was one of his predecessors in the role of Thomas Cantor in Leipzig about a century before Bach. It's quite a simple tune. You'll hear it sung slowly by the sopranos, but Bach weaves an amazing tapestry around it in the lower three voice parts and in the strings and oboes. In between the outer movements are two arias. The first is for tenor, who repeats the phrase Gott ist mein Freund, God is my friend, numerous times, defying the enemies who rage and mock around him. The most fascinating movement in the cantata is the aria for bass. Misfortune is attacking us from all sides here, as the instruments seem to be showing us. The violin hacks away with almost constant semiquavers, while the unison oboes have dotted notes like whiplashes. But, magically, with an extraordinary sleight of hand, Bach switches the time signature to a dancing 6/8 to evoke the appearance of Jesus' helping hand. A third section describes the light of comfort shining from afar. Bach switches repeatedly between the sections to create one of his most extraordinarily musical structures. It's worth listening again with the score to see what he does. The soprano recitative that follows makes a little reference to the gospel reading for today, which sees Jesus talking to the Pharisees about paying imperial tax. Render therefore unto Caesar the things which are Caesar's, and unto God the things that are God's. The soprano sings, I render to God what is God's, my most innermost soul, which allows the chorus confidently to sing the text of the final chorale full of defiant exclamation marks, asserting the same message as the opening of the cantata. Hell, death, and the troubles of the world can do us no harm if God is our friend. And I'm sure you will get so much out of this. You probably would like to buy it yourself. And in fact, I recommend buying the whole set because you will never run out of things to do on a Sunday morning.